Mic check 1 2. We live. Let me just double check. Hold up. Y'all bear with us. This is a new setup we're doing. This is something. Okay, cool. You can hear me. All right, everything good. So this is a new setup we're doing. We just and I do have the chat off. Let me make sure I do have the chat off. Yeah, chat is off for this stream. This is really just it's a test, but it's staying up. So this is our new kind of like I said setup we're doing. This is something for us to kind of just jump on real quick, talk to the people. It's not a crazy setup like the one that is behind me. I mean, that thing, it takes somebody running it and producing the shows and yada yada. So for this, we can kind of just jump on here, um, you know, talk our stuff and then keep it moving, like with a couple clicks of the button. So shout out Jet, he set this whole thing up. He got the IT background, so he do a lot of the setting up and the plugging up and yada yada. So big shout out to him for making this happen, man. We're gonna use this a lot. Y'all gonna start seeing a lot of different talent jump on here and do this. But if you're not an Austin music fan, or if you're not, an artist, or you're not like in the industry out here in Austin, then this probably ain't the stream for you. Go jump on, go watch something else. This probably ain't even gonna be interesting. You probably ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. We ain't talking about Charleston White. We ain't talking about OG Percy. We ain't talking about none of that. It's straight Austin music stuff. So I got some topics up in here that we're gonna just run through and give y'all like my opinions on what's going on. Because if you don't know, I used to do music out here from like 2013 or 2012 to 2015. I did music, and we did a lot of stuff. Most of it was flops and fails, and we spent a lot of money doing it, but we learned a lot from it. This is how we came into business with Pop Austin Media. So when we talk about like some of these topics, it's because we spent a lot of money like in the music business, paying people and shooting videos and doing all that stuff, which will I'll go over some stuff. But so that's why somebody's phone's going off. But so when we talk about some stuff, and if I have a random opinion, it's probably because I've gone through it myself and experienced it. So, but the first topic I want to talk about was ACL recap. And I talked a little bit about this on Naughty's show. Big shout out to Naughty. I brought it up, but I don't think nobody really like is paying attention to like what's going on with ACL and just like what they're doing to as let's see, how do I say this? Like I tell everybody like ACL is such a huge festival in Austin. And it's not putting anybody on. It's a amazing platform if you put the artists. Well, all right. Let's recap who actually performed. Shout out Mama Duke. Shout out Jay Soldier. Mama Duke's been doing her thing out here for a little minute, and she's really starting to get a lot of light shined on her. She's getting a lot of opportunities. A lot of cool opportunities that a lot of artists aren't even getting. She's like built kind of a lane of her own and is kind of really doing her own thing. So, big shout out Mama Duke. Now, like somebody said, I'm not going to say who, but he said, is anybody jamming Mama Duke in their car? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the truth right there. But so Mama Duke performs at ACL. And this is the problem that I'm talking about. ACL gives Mama Duke an early slot, so she's performing at like super early in the festival. I don't know what exact time, but it's early in the day because you could just tell it's super, sun shines out, whatever. So she's performing, and there's probably like 15, 20 people in the crowd. Now, this is what ACL does. They try to put Austin artists on, but they'll put them on super duper early when there's 15, 20 people in the crowd. So let's all right. So let's talk about, just think of it in the artist perspective. You get booked for ACL. You're super excited. You know how ACL is. It's hundreds, thousands of people who come to ACL. It's a huge festival, a mega festival. And you see ACL for what it is. You see all, the tens of thousands of people in the crowd. So you're thinking that's what you're getting. You're thinking, oh, I got booked for ACL. They're really going to give me a great spot, all those people out there. So you go, they even give the artist a trailer. I saw it in their stories. They gave Mama Duke and Jay Soulja a trailer, which is cool. But you want that, that better set time. But I'll get to that. So they're in the trailer. When you get, like I said, when you get booked, you're excited. You go. You're in the trailer. You get in the cart. They take you to the trailer. You see all the Austin artists doing that, and then you perform, and there's 15, 20 people, and this is ACL. Like, that's crazy. When you get booked, you're thinking this might change, everything for me. Because you see all of the tens of thousands of people, and then you go and you get 15, 20 people out there. Like, how are you supposed to feel? Like, and that goes back to like what ACL's doing. They try to, we got, I don't know if they're using that as bargaining chip for how they book, get their spot in their venue if they get money off by putting Austin artists on or whatever. But, they're cheating the artists, man. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, if an artist now, if you get, just fair warning, if you get booked for ACL, guess what? You're performing early and you're performing for 15, 20 people. So next year when they reach out to you and they book you, just understand what you're getting. I wouldn't even get excited. Like, it's it's crazy. But that's something that's been going on for years. And, like, I don't even understand why people are still, they know that it's happening. Like, I don't even understand why people are still getting excited over it. But ACL, you're wrong for that. Because all you can simply do is give an artist a later slot when it's packed. Do something like an Austin 20 minutes or an Austin spot, but make it when, there's tens of thousands of people out there. Give them one song. I bet they'll prefer to do one song when there's tens of thousands of people out there than doing a whole set for 20 people. You could do that they do that all the time. Like, I just think that's crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a ripoff. Like, I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel though. Like I said, the chat is turned off. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments later when this this is up. But I don't know. That's just that's my thoughts on ACL. So shout out to Mama Duke. Shout out to Jay Soulja. Y'all killed it. I know y'all probably feeling some type of way, after, because when they book y'all for ACL, you expecting a great, slot, because that's what they advertise, So, but shout out to y'all, man. Y'all super talented. Then yeah, man, big shout out to y'all. Next topic, the state of radio. That's another thing, man. Austin radio is trash. I mean, radio itself is it's kind of like a dying facet, just because nobody is, when you're in your car, you want to listen to what you want to listen to. Obviously, people know this. But I think for Austin to be the live music capital of the world, and for radio to be dying, and for Austin radio 102.3, 96.7, like, to still not play Austin artists is like just crazy to me. Like, and I know we know how radio works. How you got your program directors who's telling you what to play and blah 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 and yada yada yada. But I mean, radio's dying. Like, if not now, why not now? I think radio really took a turn when iHeart did their big firing, and they fired, especially 102.3 The Beat, when they fired the homegirl Val Santos. Like, Austin radio was just never, really the same. Shout out to 88.7. For a time and period, they were the ones who were playing, Austin artists. But let's just be honest, nobody really cares. And I mean, I'll give you an example. Let me see how long I've been live. 15 minutes, all right. Let me give you an example of how nobody cares about 88.7. Like I told y'all, I was an artist, from like 2012 to 2015 or whatever. We're performing at this warehouse. We got booked for this warehouse. It was dope. It was crazy. So we went, performed. Everything was going good. It was killing the show. It was like just a dope night, because when we showed up, the promoter, they had paid us. They as soon as we showed up, they gave us some bottles, gave us some smoke, went in the back, smoking pregame and yada yada. Then we went in to perform. It was a lot of people there. So everything was going good. It was a great night. It'd have been a perfect night if I just didn't say this. So, performing after one of our songs, I said, yo, y'all can listen to our our new single on the radio. 88.7. Everybody said, oh, boo. Because I hyped it up like, we on the radio. People like, oh. Like, that's not even credible. Like, 88.7 was like a joke to them. And this was like, the crowd was like, it was high schoolers, mostly white kids in the crowd. I think it was in like Cedar Park area, something like that. Like Cedar Park area. We was super drunk that night. But once we said that, the crowd was like, "Ooh!" It was embarrassing, honestly. So, and this was like in 2000, probably 14, maybe. So, I mean, now fast forward, it's the kids probably don't even know what's the radio stations. Like, you ask them what's the radio stations, they probably don't even know. So I say that to say this: why not play Austin artists? Like, you have nothing to lose, You're going out, like, podcasting is taking over, which is kind of my next topic. So, whoever's on the radio, I don't even know the DJs, who's on the radio playing the music anymore. Like, but whoever is, and y'all listen to this, man, y'all need to play Austin artists. Play Quinn, play K-Hop, play TT Naughty when his album come out. Play Johnny Jukebox, which, I'll talk about him later. But why not, man? You guys are losing anyways. You might as well. Next topic, podcasting. And I'm going to talk briefly on this just because, like, where... And just because I see, like, a lot of... And I mean, do your thing, but I just see a lot of... There was a couple of podcasts before we even started this podcast, which, our real business model is we're a network. We have original shows on popaustinmedia.com. But we started this podcast just for something to kind of put out consistent stuff, just to do something on YouTube, something that's free, because our network you do have to pay. It's subscription based. So we started this podcast. There was 2 other podcasts that were going. I'm gonna say their name, 21 the podcast, and then I don't know. That's Perfect, I think, is the name. I don't know. That's Perfect podcast. And shout out to y'all. Shout out to 21. We want to get you on. But we saw them. They was each doing probably like an episode a week. 21 had Alex Jones on. You know what I'm saying? And that was huge for them. I thought, like, yo, how did y'all get Alex Jones on? That's crazy. So they were doing their thing, and then here we come. And I knew if we were going to do this podcast, I'm like, yo, we got to go crazy. We got to do content on content on content on content, because there ain't no point in jumping in the game to just match what's out there. We got to really give the people content. If you're tapped in, the chat is off. I'll have the chat on next time. Shout out to y'all who's tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching everything. Anyways, back to the topics. So they were doing their thing. We came along. We started crushing it, of course, because, like I said, we've done music in the past, and we spent a ton of money doing music. So, one thing about us is we don't mind spending money. We've lost a lot of money before, so we don't mind, spending money. So we got everything set up, and we jumped on air, went, started doing this thing. Shout out to True Prophecy, one of the Pop Austin media legends, man. Rest in peace. But he was really one of the first guy. Well, he was the first guy to interview TT Naughty, who, if you're familiar with this network, then you know who TT Naughty is, I'm sure. So, and with him, like, we just did some exciting stuff, and with a whole bunch of other people. So we noticed that once we started really cranking up the work, that 21 really stopped posting. I don't know, That's Perfect, kind of stopped posting. And I was like, yo, what happened, But it let me know that, okay, and, like, I understand, like, this ain't easy, like, we pay a lot of money for the studio. The people you see on this network are paid. We have payroll. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this ain't easy. Like, most people probably don't have their own studios and can't afford a payroll to keep people on and to keep pumping out content. So just to shout out to all y'all people who wants to start podcasts. Just understand, like, what we're doing. We're really all in on this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to start, just understand what you're undertaking. Like, I know there's a lot of people who think they could jump into this podcast game and do it, and it's real easy, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's all I got to say about the podcast and stuff. I see a lot of people trying to, I'm about to launch my podcast and I'm about to do this, and it's just like, good luck. But we here, we every day with this. So, anyways, next topic. Let me see. Let's go to, I ain't gonna do that one yet. Hottest album. I ain't gonna say that one. Let's do State of the DJs. That kind of ties in a little bit to the, to the radio. Like, the landscaping is changing. Like, right now, I forgot who said this, but, like, it's a changing of the tides right now as far as, a lot of things with just industry, period, especially in the entertainment industry. Like, the state of the DJ, the Austin DJ, and this DJ's period is, like, it's not the same. DJs are not, breaking artists no more like they used to. So DJs aren't, the radio isn't popping no more. So it's like, what are they doing now? The landscape is shifting. Like, things are uneven. It's people now is the time for like a DJ or whatever to figure out what's going to be the new way for the DJ to find its value. It's no longer really in radio, and breaking artists in the club, because let's be honest, people aren't really going to the club like that anymore. Like, it's just people are going, they're not dancing like they used to. They're not, people are too cool. Everybody think they're an Instagram influencer, so they're not in the club dancing, letting loose, having fun no more. So the DJ doesn't have that impact. Like, a lot of the clubs be empty, especially here in Austin, where it's a bar scene. It's mostly bars than clubs. So people are going out, get drunk, and then going wherever. Like, I can't tell you the last time I've been out, and I ain't going out unless I'm probably getting paid to cover an event or something like that. Like, it's I'm just not doing it. It's not the same. So where's the DJ fall into place to like somebody like me, where I ain't going to the club, I'm not listening to the radio. How's the DJ going to impact somebody like me? And I'm like a lot of people out here. You know what I'm saying? If people are going to the club, they're going probably once or twice a month. You know what I'm saying? So like, are you really going to be able to break something to them that's going to make an impact on them? Is probably not. So the DJ, the landscape of the DJ, especially here in Austin, like, and like Hella Yella, like, what's he doing? Like, there's a lot of questions to be had, So, the DJ is just an interesting spot for the DJ right now, man. Y'all got to figure out something, new that's going to bring value. And big shout out to TJ the DJ, on Tuesday, bringing a lot of value to the Austin artists out here. Like, that's the new radio, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about when you got to figure out something new to bring that value. Like, that's the new radio. Everybody tune in on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We playing some hot artists. We discovering some dope music. Like, shout out to Moscato J. Who else? Johnny Jukebox, of course. Like, there's a lot of super dope, talented artists out here. And we're playing them on Tuesday. Make sure y'all tune in. Shout out TJ the DJ. So that's my rant on DJs. Y'all need to figure it out. All right, next topic. Tour check-in. Let's talk about tours, because at one point, like, I was watching MTV when the first night, I think it was the first night MTV launched, or it might have been the first night. It was maybe in the first year. It was super early on, like 82, 83 when MTV launched. And they were doing a tour schedule of it was one of the big rock, like, alternative bands, like the huge ones, maybe like Metallica, one of the huge rock bands. Anyway, they were doing a stop. Now, this is crazy. And I think it was like Metallica or what's the one? Kurt Cobain. Nirvana. I think it was Nirvana. My bad. They were coming through Texas. They was on tour. And they came through Austin, San Marcos, and then they did San Antonio. And that was like their Texas, like, tour run. Like, think about that. Austin and San Marcos, like Nirvana, at their height, I don't know if that was a height, but I mean, they were huge. They were like, huge stars. To be on MTV in the early days, you had to be like the biggest star, because that was the only people they were playing to try to capitalize. So for them to come to Austin and San Marcos, like, San Marcos, really? Like, imagine a huge band that really ain't. No, I mean, but imagine like MGK coming to Austin, and then San Marcos. Like that's it's unheard of nowadays. Nobody's going to San Marcos. But that's how it used to be touring, you know what I'm saying, out here. So let's talk about Austin artists touring. Who's on tour right now? Let's see. We gonna tap. I think I know of one artist right now. This is the tour check in. We're gonna do this every time. Let's see. Let's go. King Savage is on tour right now. Big shout out King Savage. Let's see what he got going on. I ain't really gonna play no audio because I don't want no. Let's see. This is cool. I don't see too much going on. Okay. He in Houston right now, I guess, working out with the homie Natalie Banks. Big shout out Natalie Banks. I guess this is from one of his shows. Okay, shout out King Savage. I didn't see it perform. I don't know if he performed, but big shout out King Savage. He's on tour right now. I know he just came from Atlanta. He's been on tour now for like a week, so y'all make sure y'all tap in and support King Savage. I know the whole CHHK boys just went on tour. Shout out to them. But let's talk about touring for real. For real. Let's break down touring, y'all. Do you think it's worth artists to go on tour? Because I've been on tour. When we were doing music, we went on tour. There was, I hope what's the lighting looking like? Lighting check. And we're going to get the lighting better next time. Let me make sure. All right, let's get back into it. Reality of tour. Do you think artists should go on tour if there's no demand for the tour? I mean, let's just keep it real. Let's just, like TT90 says, let's keep it 100, man. Do you think you should go on tour if there's no demand? Is it worth it? Like, and I say this because I've been there. I went on 2 tours. 2. We invested into the tours. We spent our bread. There was no demand for a tour, of course. And we which is some artists, ain't doing and ain't gonna do. We had our own tour bus on both tours. Like, real deal. Let's go to the footage. You know what I mean? Just go to the footage. I'm gonna go to the footage. Cause I know artists, everybody wants to go on tour. Like it's the let's see, it's the coolest thing. You know what I mean? To be on the road, going state from state. Naughty talks about it all the time. I'm trying to get on the road. Let's see. I mean, the evidence is here. Which one we gonna watch? Let's see. Let's watch this one, man. Let's just watch this. And by the way, like this is some exclusive stuff because we never talk about our music. Um, so this is this tour was called the I Need a Girl tour. We went. I think this was just Texas. I think we went to like Dallas, some city north of Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and then we did a show in Padre. So like 5 cities. Like I think it was like a week long. Um, but yeah. I ain't doing no audio. Check it out. Hey, Sally, bring me that Rita on the counter. I'm gonna skim through some of this. But this right here, we on the bus. This is we was actually about to shoot a music video. This was out here in Austin. I'm just skimmed through. That's what I'm saying, the bus. That's me. Shout out to her. Just fast forward this so she knows shooting the music video. Fast forward. But yeah. Boom. So I say that to say this. Is going on tour worth it? Because we went on tour. We did 2 tours and spent a lot of money and then get no benefit from it. Like, like Nadi say, let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. So King Savage, like I said, shout out to King Savage on the road, doing this tour. But like, honestly, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Because you're spending a lot of money. We spent a lot of money and we had the bus. So, the bus was like $300-$400 a day, not even including gas and the driver. You know what I mean? That's not even including venue and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So for King Savage and CHHK, like, I know y'all spending a lot of money on the road. It comes with it. But is it worth it? Like, is it really worth it spending all that money just to come back? Maybe you gain 4 followers on Instagram. I don't know. When you could have spent that money in the city doing something. Like, you could have spent that money buying a feature with a big artist and shooting a video. Like, because I know y'all spent a couple racks on that. Like, I know how it goes on the road. Hotels and Airbnbs, like, I see it in the stories. I don't know. Just my advice, like, I did it twice. It was fun. I guess if you're going to do it just for, the memory and just to say you did it, I understand because we did it twice and like those memories, I'll have forever. I mean, if you're going to do it, at least just grab the bus though. You know what I mean? I don't know. But, shout out to King Savage on the road doing this thing. Shout out to CHHK. I know they just got back from a big tour. Yeah, all right, let's go to the next topic. How long we been in this thing? Like 40 minutes? We about to do an hour of Austin music. All right, let's go. So next topic. Tour check-in, we did it. All right, we can talk about this, the post South by Southwest slump. Because like I just been thinking about it month after month after month. Like we talked about this a little bit after South by, but here we are, way past South by, getting ready for another South by. And I'm just like analyzing like the excitement of the Austin industry, like who's doing things, who's dropping music, what promoters are throwing events, what producers are doing what, and I don't know. It's not a lot of stuff going on besides what we doing here at Pop Austin Media. I don't see a lot of stuff going on, man. It's really a South by slump, like, and that fades into the rest of the year, heading into the next South by Southwest. Like, I think there's a huge problem with that. Cause like, why are people only excited when South? Like, you'll notice when South by comes back around, everybody, oh this, oh that, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, like, that energy should be all year around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, could be, and I say that because like I can always give examples of why, like, I feel a type of way, or for example, y'all know we did the Music Now um show, which was, we stopped it because it was too expensive, like, to keep it real. For the views, it wasn't making not enough money back on it to keep it going. So if anybody, was a fan of Music Now, and, you didn't know that, this is why. The thing was too expensive. Well, and we might bring it back in the future if people want something like that. But I say that to say this, because an artist came over, we did an interview, and she asked, like, when's the next, Music Now? Because she wanted a place to perform. Now you got all these promoters in the city. You got this artist, this girl, this cute girl who's super talented, but ain't nobody reaching out to for her to do shows, Like, and she doesn't even know where to do shows or nothing like that. And I think, that's a problem. Like, if she's having a hard time booking shows and finding shows, imagine everybody else. Imagine if you're a male rapper, you're not a cute girl looking out, trying to book shows and trying to get opportunities to help promote your music. So if she can't find it, tough luck. And like, that's just keeping it real. So, and that's why I say, with the South by slump, like, what's going on? Where's the promoters? Where's the shows? Like, I don't want to have to start throwing shows again. Like, events is kind of not what we do. We keep the content running online. You know what I mean? Like, where's the promoters? Y'all ain't doing y'all job, So, but yeah, that's my rant. What was I even? Tours. Okay, yeah, the South by Southwest slump. Yeah, so y'all just get it together, man. We gotta, if we're gonna be the next major city, like, we gotta have a lot of stuff going on. Like, we just have to. Everybody has to do their jobs. Like, we're doing our job. You know what I mean? We need the promoters to be doing your jobs, the producers to be doing your jobs, the artists to be doing your jobs, to making these music, dropping these albums, putting out music videos, getting creative with your releases. Like, don't just BS your rollouts. Like, put some time and effort into it. This is why you do you're an artist, and if you're not, tap out, bow out, whatever. And like, here's a little critique. Shout out to my guys, Ant Worth the Most and Jay Drowsy. The Zach and Cody mixtape. Dope concept. Music was, rocking, and there's some songs in there that I'm rocking with, you know what I mean? But like, that music video y'all put out, like, come on, let's go to it. Like, let's go straight to it. Here we go. Boom, there it is. And shout out to Antworth the Most and Jay Drowsy. Like, I'm not going in on y'all. Like, of course, I'm a fan. We've had y'all on the network. We'll continue to. But this is just some criticism. Like, man, and this is just, I hate to even use y'all as an example, but this is just real. Like, this is y'all official music video for your album, your joint album. It was dope, but this is y'all official music video. Like, this is what you give the people. Like, and when y'all dropped this, I honestly thought this was just like a sample or a teaser or something. But, this is y'all official music video. It says it right here. Huh? Yeah. I ain't gonna play the music because I'm not trying to get striked. But y'all just watch this. I'm gonna fast forward. Fast forward. Big shout out Antworth the Most and Jay Drowsy. I'm a big fan. But I mean, come on, man. You got to get the people some content, man. Yeah, I got to get the people better music videos, man. It just is what it is. Like, that can't be the official music video for the album. Like, y'all standing in one spot and, performing over a mic. Like, I mean, these are cool for, like, when you do the one mics, if you drop a random freestyle or something. But this can't be the music video, man. Like, shouts out to y'all. Big shouts out. But, like, that can't be. It has to be more turned up. Like, we just have to level up. As a city, we got to level up. And big shout out to Dan the Man. That'll solve your problem. Go to Dan the Man. He got a super dope studio, and he gonna get you right. With the red cam, everything you need, yada yada. But let me finish. Get back to these topics. We got a couple minutes left. Shout out Jay Drowsy and Antworth the Most. Y'all my boys, man. What's happening? But come on, y'all know. And that's just to everybody, man. Step your music video game up. You got to. Tap in with Dan the Man. He's shooting that dope videos. He got his own studio. He got the club. He got the hospital. He got this and that. You ain't got no excuse. Spend the money. Y'all spending on all these backwoods and these ounces. Like, spend the money on a dope music video. Because a music video could make or break like a song, like on the real. A music video could make the song. So that's on my rant on, South by. Post South by Slum. Everybody just needs to step it up. Alright, let's say DJ's tour. Man, I'm going to talk about models on the next time because there ain't no more models out here in Austin. It's just, it is what it is. There ain't no more models. There ain't. It's not like it used to be in like 2017, 18 when Austin Fashion Week was super popping. Like, the models now, or there ain't none. It's just not none. There's, and it's not that there's no models. There's no fashion industry out here. Well, let's just talk about modeling, period, because let's just go there. Because models are a huge thing to, like, music. They're for the music videos. They help out in the music business. The reason why there's no more models in Austin and modeling, period, is because, of course, social media came in, ruined it. Every decent girl think they're a model. Like, they're not really models. Like, they don't practice the craft. and study and go to modeling school and modeling camp and all that. They just wake up one day, some guy tells them they look good, and they holler at a photographer, and all of a sudden they're a model. So the modeling game is completely washed down. Like, so there's no more models in Austin. I think they've all moved or they're all doing something else, but there's no more models in Austin. And there was a time when the fashion industry out here in Austin was popping, like big time. Like Austin Fashion Week, shout out to Matt Sweeney. Austin Fashion Week like was a thing. Like the runways was crazy. We covered it. We had correspondents covering it. The runways was crazy. There was dope artists performing. It was a collaboration with Austin music and in the fashion world, and there was a ton of models, like real legit models. Let me just go to the evidence. Let's go to it. I'm not gonna keep talking. I'm gonna just show y'all. This is our Instagram. I'm going to scroll down. It's going to take some time. But I'm just show you the evidence. 2016, 17. I think we went to Austin Fashion Week like 2 years in a row. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, here we are. Here we are. This is Pop Austin Media. See, a lot of y'all don't understand the history of Pop Austin Media. And I ain't going to explain it right now, but I'll give y'all a little bit. We started off in like 2016. We were doing a wide variety of stuff all through the website, popaustinmedia.com. Some of these pictures right here are from, this is right here, Austin Fashion Week 2016. So Austin Fashion Week was lit for like 2016, 17, and 18. This is Morgan, who would go on to win Big Brother and win like $250,000. Big shout out to Morgan. This is Ross Bennett, who's a men's designer. He's now gone into like farming. Yeah, but let me show you Austin Fashion Week. All right, let's try to play this without any music. This was I think this was the first, maybe no, this is the second time of Austin Fashion Week. Yes, 2017. This is Jillian Malone, of course. She covered, that night. Look at the runway. It's Ross Bennett. Shout out to Ross. I mean, look at this. This is top tier fashion. Like, this is not none of that bootleg ghetto fashion stuff y'all be trying to do now. Like, this is legit, fashion. This is what Austin was doing 2016, 17, and we'll see if in this video any of the artists pop out. All right, not that one. Let's go to maybe this one. Shout out Jillian once again. This was backstage. I mean, this was different. Austin was just different. The modeling fashion community was just different from 2016 to 2018. I mean, look at the fashion. Shout out to Brittany Nicole, y'all should know her and him from like Project Runway or whatever that show was on Bravo. Shouts out to them. I'm trying to show you one where the artist performed. Maybe it's this one. And then I'm gonna move on. But I just wanted to show y'all what the fashion community had to offer, a couple years ago. Because when we got booked to do this, like I had no idea this was even going on. So artists didn't even know there was a whole world like this that you could tap in with designers to do photo shoot with, to model their stuff, or to even get booked for this fashion show. Danny Austin. If y'all know who Danny Austin is, y'all really know Austin. Shout out to Droid. There he is performing. Doing it big. I mean, this is look, Jet back. This was backstage. Jillian, Dahlia. This was a designer. She's like 14. Ross Bennett again. Shout out to her. She's a designer. Danny Trevino, actor. Shout out to him. But like, Fashion Week was crazy. And that's why I say there is no more models, because there's no more of that. Like these models, they're Instagram wannabe models, and there's not. So, but that's all I got to say about modeling. Shout out to Matt Sweeney and Austin Fashion Week, because it's just the modeling game out here in Austin is just not the same. I don't know if it'll turn around or if it'll get better, but I mean the game is just not the same, and it's really sad, because at one point it was really popping. It was really like launching some super talented girls, but you don't have that anymore. So, the last topic I'm gonna talk about before we get up out of here is, of course, the music, the hot music that's going on right now, and like why, if you're watching this, you probably haven't even heard it. What's the hottest album, in my opinion, right now in Austin? In my opinion, right now, the hottest album, and it hasn't even it's been out for a while, and I've mentioned them earlier. Johnny Jukebox. Like, let's talk about this. Shout out to everybody. Shout out I Am MLB. His interview is out now. Go watch his interview after this. He's dropping the album tomorrow, and then he's dropping a video with Quinn on Saturday. Big shout out Quinn and FN. But let's talk about Johnny Jukebox, because it's worth even a whole stream. And then go check out Johnny Jukebox album. You Over Everything Else. Out now on all streaming platforms. On YouTube, search Johnny Jukebox. You Over Everything Else. Now, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm going to keep it real, because this is crazy to me. And I even break it down. Like, I keep it, tell you the truth. I played the song from Johnny Jukebox album called Cry Diamonds. And it was like, I couldn't even believe it. Like, I was like, yo, what in the world is going on? Like, this song is incredible. Like, incredible. So I played it. I was like, yo, who wrote this? You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't believe that such an incredible song is coming out of Austin, and it's not on the charts, and it's not gaining momentum, and it hasn't changed this guy's life, and like all of that stuff. Like, this is how great the song was. So I listened to it for like 2 days, and I told like Jet, "Oh, you gotta listen to the song. Like this is crazy." And we played it on Tuesday Music Reviews. I can't play it now because I'm not trying to get strike. Go listen to Johnny Jukebox, Cry Diamonds, and tell me that's not the best song in Austin, Texas. Like the song is a top 10, probably top 5 song on the Billboard. And I'm you probably it, I'd hardly say this unless I really feel this. Like Johnny Jukebox Cry Diamonds is a top 10 pop record, and nobody's listened to it. Yeah, people's listening to it. You know, of course, he has his fan base. Shout out to his fan base. But let's be real. Like, it's not on the Billboard. It's not even top 200. And so when I heard it, and I was like, "Yo, this song is incredible. Why is it not even gaining momentum? What the heck is going on?" It's a reality check that hits like, "Yo, it's hard out here." Like you really have to have the money, the right team, everything to even to make it in this game. Like you can have the best song in the world. Like Cry Diamonds is literally one of the top songs in the world. I would play that song if you had to ask me to go into like a song battle with anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like for $1 million, like you pick a song and then they're gonna have a song and then you go see who's the best song. Like I would take Cry Diamonds from Johnny Jukebox. Like I'm dead serious. It's that incredible. And this song hasn't changed that guy's life. But it goes to show you gotta have the money, you gotta have the team, you gotta have timing, you gotta have everything in order for it to work. Now crazy stuff has happened. But huge shout out to Johnny Jukebox and that album. You over everything else. If you don't do anything after this stream, leave here and go listen to Johnny Jukebox Cry Diamond. Search it right now on YouTube. Don't even leave YouTube. Johnny Jukebox Cry Diamonds. And that's all I got for y'all today, man. That's all that's happening in Austin. Like I said, I Am MLB's dropping that album tomorrow. Y'all go check that out. Let me see who else. K Wayne dropped something. We got a song out. Of course, y'all know Quinn and the whole NFN squad didn't drop something and got stuff out. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in with Quinn, and big shout out to Quinn. TTE Naughty album On God is coming in January. He is in album mode. What else? Shout out Miss Gold. Really putting it down. I'm loving everything she's dropping. Y'all go check out Miss Gold. Shout out Giovanni the King. We got an interesting interview coming with TJ the DJ. Y'all will see that when it comes out. Yeah, man. Actually, y'all tune in. I think Jet's gonna do something on Saturday. I'm gonna do something on K-pop again next week because I'm really jamming K-pop. If you don't know, K-pop is taking over the world. Shout out to Twice. Shout out to all the K-pop artists, man. I'll just talk about that when I do, that. Make sure y'all tune in Sunday to Sunday service with TTE Naughty. This Sunday after that, we got something cool coming with TTE Naughty and TTE Beezy called War Stories or the War Report. We haven't quite named it yet, but that it's gonna be y'all just tune into that right after Sunday service. So it's gonna be at like 4 or something, and then Monday Night Live with TT Naughty. And, featuring this Monday, we got Locals Dollars for the special Halloween episode. Shout out Locals Dollars. And then Tuesday music reviews. And then Wednesday, we got to figure Wednesday out. We do interviews. We might do something official like with TJ live every time. But Wednesday, we're going to work something out. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. We really appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'll have the chat open next time. Appreciate y'all rocking. And that's it, man. Till next time. You know what I mean? I'll see y'all, next Thursday for Austin Music News. Y'all might hear me in the background, on Sunday, or y'all will hear me in the background producing the other shows. And again, we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Nadi. Shout out TJ the DJ. Shout out Jet. Shout out social media person, our editors, everybody who's affiliated with Pop Austin Media. We appreciate y'all, man. And I'm out. Peace.